I don't know about you, but hearing the thoughts about the future from the children this afternoon made a big impression on me. And by the way, also the personal life story of Mapanzu. And sometimes the children's story also gave me a smile on my face. Since I became a parent myself, and now that my family lives in a big city, Rotterdam, like half of the world's population, the question of what world we live in and what world we will leave behind feels more urgent than ever. Honorary doctorate and Maston's statement, not investing in the next generation is immoral, is particularly striking in this context. What is our role as a leading, future-oriented university in this? We already heard the massive challenges our society faces: climate crisis, the COVID pandemic, polarization, the war in Ukraine and all its consequences. Society has to deal with big challenges that scream for solutions. In these situations, it often happens that we need to choose between the option of short-term gain or the longer-term vision. Nobel Prize-winning economist and psychologist Daniel Kahneman, who received an honorary doctorate from our university at the DS of 2009, he researched the constant struggle of our minds between short-term and long-term, respectively the thinking fast system and the slow, rational system of thinking. It can be tempting to choose for short-term improvement, but we very much need the second system of our minds with problem-solving, concentrated capacities. This summer, I read The Good Ancestor, like I said in my introduction. In this book, philosopher Roman Krznaric shows us how we can use our human ability of long-term thinking. If we do this, we can be good ancestors for the generations that come after us. And we should not only think about the next generation, our children, but also about their children and theirs. As a university, we work on difficult, big issues that are usually not solved within one generation. We need to formulate what economist Mariana Mazzucato calls moonshots, as I also refer to in my rectorate transfer. Big, ambitious goals like the man on the moon. Krznaric uses the term cathedral thinking for projects like this, cathedral thinking, referring to the building of the big cathedrals in the past. The work we do at our university acts as building blocks for a figurative cathedral of the future. Like the countless people that worked on the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona, we might not see the end result ourselves, but that should not discourage us. So let's take a look how we, as a university, build our own cathedral. Let's call it the Erasmus Cathedral, to honor our namesake and the past 109 years of constantly developing science. As scientists, students, and supporting staff members, we should ask ourselves what our moral responsibilities towards future generations are. The goals our university sets in terms of excellence, sustainability, integrity, diversity, and inclusion are indispensable for that. It creates the framework in which science can flourish. We can excel, and we can really make an impact. How can we make sure that our generation and the ones after us can feel like they can really use their talents regardless of who they are or where they come from? Representation matters. So we try to achieve that everyone can recognize themselves when they visit our university, when they enter our university. One aspect of that, already mentioned, is gender, diversity in top academic positions. And that is why we recently created a gallery with portraits of our female professors. When you leave the aula after this DS ceremony, we can walk up on one of the two stairs to take a look at this impressive gallery of our female professors. A big thank you to Professor Semia Denktaş and her D&I team that they made this possible. And the next step, of course, is to make sure that we have in all academic positions multiple visible dimensions of diversity. Another example of making academia future-proof is our recognition and reward program. In our modern world, full of wicked problems, an academic career has different requirements and needs than it used to have. We create a framework in which all members of our academic society can thrive, both in their field of expertise, but also personally. Diversifying career paths will enrich our education, our research, and our impact, and it makes us more resilient and more attractive as an employer for new generations. We realized that both our employees and our students can only thrive when there is some headspace. Headspace to be creative, to think and learn deeper, to explore new avenues of knowledge and collaboration. With an exploration of the building blocks of our academic year, we are searching how we can design a smarter academic year. For example, by shortening our academic year, which is the longest compared to other Dutch universities, and by harmonizing the academic calendars between the schools. This exploration is done here at Erasmus University, but we are also pioneering together with the University of Amsterdam in a national pilot at the invitation of Minister of Education, Culture and Science, Robert Dijkgraaf. The aims are to improve collaboration and exchange between schools and to reduce work pressure. Lecturers will have more time for research and teaching improvements, and will have more physical possibilities for collaborating inside and outside our universities. Students will have the advantage of more breathing space and more flexibility for courses at other schools or internships. As an outstanding university, we have experts and expertise in various fields, but that is not enough. In these times, we can't make a difference if each discipline keeps itself in their own field. With a transdisciplinary approach, we want to create synergy. The result of collaboration is more than the sum of its parts, and only then we are able to start to solve big issues. Let's see where. There are much more initiatives, centers, and collaboration at our university than I can mention right now. But today, I want to highlight a few that directly contribute to the resilient cities of the future, the theme of today's Dies Natalis. As of 2023, 2 of our inspiring top scientists will be appointed for 5 years as so-called Erasmus professors. This new, honorable position will create a multidisciplinary environment for obtaining our strategic goals through impact-driven research. To start, we will appoint 2 Erasmus professors, and from next year on, each year one of our professors will join them. So I'm very proud that Professor Eveline Krone and Professor Monique Buijzen will be the first 2 Erasmus professors. A big applause. Eveline and Monique will be visible key figures in Erasmus University motto, making a positive societal impact. They will pave the way for future generations of engaged, co-creating, transdisciplinary professors and reinforce the links within the UR, as well as the link between the UR, the community and society. Eveline Krone will be leading a team on engaged research methods, on how we can involve publics and stakeholders in research. Monique Buijzen will be leading a team on the societal aspects of artificial intelligence, a key technology and theme of the 4th Erasmus initiative. Both have shown to be role models in future-proof academia, and they are outstanding team scientists, because future-proof academia is also team science. And these are 2 leaders, but of course there are many more people from our community involved who are indispensable to make this a success. We have the ambition to have 5 Erasmus professors, so more will follow in the coming years. Vital Cities and Citizens is one of our 4 Erasmus initiatives and one of the examples of mission-driven research. Over 30 scientists from the field of psychology, sociology, public administration, educational sciences, communication, arts and culture, history and anthropology work together to explore what is essential for a city in terms of equality, safety, sustainability, and a harmonious coexistence. For 60 years, the Institute for Housing and Urban Development Studies has been educating urban professionals and consults governments about urban development to improve the well-being of people living in cities. These are examples from our own university, but we also need other educational institutes with their specific fields of expertise. We are very proud of our Convergence Alliance with the Technical University of Delft and Erasmus MC. The work of our joint convergence initiative, Resilient Delta, is a fantastic example of transdisciplinary research and education that focuses on finding long-term solutions for the enormously complex societal challenges that we are faced within the Rotterdam area. Vital Cities and Citizens, EHS, and Resilient Delta are all three interdisciplinary organizations and programs that work together on today's theme: building resilient and inclusive cities and societies for future generations. Initiatives like these, and we have many more of these, they are not set up to fix the problems in just a few years. Their research is complicated, focused on results that contribute to long-term, sustainable solutions by mapping the issue, inspiring policymakers or encourage further research, and educating a new generation of leaders. As the civic university that we want to be, we can't be separated from the city that we are part of. We need the city of Rotterdam and all the societal partners and entrepreneurial spirits in it. We provide education, research, and employment. And the city feeds us with these issues, people, and case studies. The mutual connection and interest are essential for both Erasmus University and the city. And lastly, we need national and international collaboration to learn from each other. Maria Gabriel already mentioned some examples on European level in her video. Erasmus University is also part of UNIQUE, a very valuable transnational network of universities in post-industrial cities. We work with local partners in city labs to contribute to local communities and increase the resilience of cities. And all these local, regional, national and international collaborations, networks and partners are fundamentally important for our university. World citizenship is, after all, one of our 5 Erasmian values. And now all other people can refer to all the other Erasmian values, of course. These values are part of being an Erasmian. So, of course, all of you are also socially engaged, connecting, enterprising, and open-minded. It can require some effort to make the shift from wanting short-term success to contributing to more long-term improvements. And the thought that you might never see the results of what you set in motion can be discouraging. But if you realize that each building block of a cathedral, how small it may be, is essential for the final results, then I hope that you feel that spark. So when you go home after today's festive celebration of our 109th year anniversary, think about how you can contribute to the Erasmus Cathedral. Which block are you building on? And who can you collaborate with to make it even more future-proof and impactful? It is only together that we can make this a better world, and each one of us can be part of that ambition. So, I invite you to take the Lego block you found underneath your seat. Yes. Okay, so don't play with it yet, please. Did you find the Lego blocks? Yes. Well, please stay stayed in your hand for a while. When we leave this aula, everyone can make their contribution to the symbolic cathedral that we're building together. Or, as we say in Dutch, draag ook je steentje bij.